Hi guys. Hello, hello. It's Amanda with Grammy's Craft Boutique. Okay. Let's see if I can find us. There we are. Is anyone else freezing today? We are in the 20s. 20s. Hi, Gail. Hi. Hi. So we're just east of St. Louis, right by the Mississippi River on the Illinois side, and we have snow flurries. I'm not impressed at all. Hi, Penny. So it's pretty cool there too. This weather's crazy. My husband's homesick. Grammy is sick still, but she did call her doctor this morning. I wish she had called Friday, but that's okay. I'm just glad she called. Gail's here. Penny's here. Rosario. Hi. Hi, Sue. Hey, everybody. How's everything going? I moved the camera. I think I had told you last week that the month of lives is also a month of experiments with lighting and camera angles. And Debbie can remember snow on Easter. I remember one year when we lived in our old house in Granite City. I loved that house. It was a great house. We had a huge tulip tree. The tulip tree always let us know that it was spring and Easter was coming because the tulip tree bloomed. And we had a hard freeze one year and snow on Easter weekend. And my tulip tree, it didn't fare very well. So Northern Illinois is cold. Thanks, Lois. Good to see you too. I'm glad you guys are here. Yeah, this weather's bonkers. Grammy should be in the chat. Unless she got a call from her doctor, I'm hoping that she gets going on an antibiotic because I think she has a sinus infection. Hi, Fonda. And my husband's homesick too. So I'm just like, please don't get sick. Please don't get sick. I don't want it. This thing that's going around. We're going to play with this cute little chair that we got from Michael's last year. And I had put some foam on it the other day when we were prepping projects. But then I got out my Sissel bunny and I was placing it. I think this was this was at home. So I was placing it and I'm just kind of trying to figure out where I want him, because I also need to make sure I've got enough foam to put in my florals. Oh, Bobby, thank you. It's good to see you too. I'm doing a month of lives. So far, we've had 3 snafus, I think. Internet was down yesterday. Had to pay for I guess an after hours or weekend call for a technician to come out. And he said, I don't know what's going on in this house. He said, if I didn't know better, I would say this house is lined with copper. He said, for all practical purposes, you should have super strong internet. And it's just weak and spotty. So, but he said I should be okay in here because I'm hardwired. Yeah, you hid the eggs in the house because it was so cold. Oh, well, hi, Jessica. Oh, so the strain of COVID you had is the one that causes the blood clots in the lungs. How are you feeling? Are you Are you still on oxygen, or are you starting to feel better? I hate that. I hate that. So I'm just playing around right now, figuring out how I want my foam, and I might piece together. I always keep all my pieces. Piece together some pieces so that I can get the bunny where I want and get some florals in there. So move you guys around to the side. Debbie, I watched that lighting tutorial. He was very helpful. I think I'm going to try to squeeze one more box light in this little room. So originally, when I was prepping this, I had put one of those cup size foams, and that seemed too high. But I do want her, she's a girl, she's pink. I do want her up a little bit. So then I started thinking, well, I need some foam back here because I want and I need a spot for my tulips, because these tulips just came in. And so basically I'm hodgepodging some foam together so I get just what I want. Oh, Grammy's here. You were on the phone with Dr. B getting a Z-Pack. Great. Okay, so we don't know what strain that was, but you are feeling better. Okay, good. Grammy is tired of being sick, and she's tired of being cooped up in the house. So she said, I am getting out of the house on Tuesday. She wants to go get her new glasses, and she wants to, well, I want to too. I want to go, I don't really know that I need to put a dowel through these two, but just for some extra security, hold that foam together. So I think we're going to go get her new glasses and try to hit, I would like to go to Michael's, because this kind of stuff from Michael's is just so fun. I mean, this one's definitely from Michael's. It was $16.99. I'm sure I got it on sale. Sometimes I'm disappointed with the selection at Hobby Lobby because it doesn't seem to change too terribly much. And so I did go ahead and put a dowel through those to hold them together. I'm going to keep this other little piece of foam. I'm sorry if I'm missing you guys. Hi, Jennifer. I think Grammy's saying hi to everybody. Teresa's here. Teresa, how's your brother doing? Some of that, these glue strings back in there. I probably am going to moss the edge of this. So, gosh, I hate to do that now because that's so boring to watch. Yeah, I'll moss it at the end. I usually moss at the end anyway. Yeah, I moved the glue pot, but the problem is, you'll see when you come over, we're pretty booby trapped in here now. you're going to have to step over a bunch of cords to get to your seat. And yeah, Grammy, we're trying different camera angles. That's what I told him. This whole month of lives is about experimenting to get the best lighting, the best camera angles, get some our old friends, our new friends. So I'm gonna put a little bit of glue on this shish kebab skewer, the skinny one, and I'm gonna poke him in the tushy. Her. I keep calling him him, but it's a her. She's pink. And I definitely don't need it that long, so I'm just gonna trim that. And I'll go ahead and use this other piece. So we've got 2 in there. Now we're just gonna get some glue, making sure I don't get any glue on the bunny. I give it a twist, swirl, and I want this angled, the little paws angled toward me and kind of toward the front of the chair. Oh, yes, Jessica, more and more. Mom says, wasn't that holidays marathon unbearable? So many talented people. You guys, thank you. Those of you that showed up over on the holidays designer circle page. I was really intimidated to be in a marathon with so many talented people. And I was a little disappointed in myself. I had some trouble. Oh, you meant unbelievable. I thought you meant it was unbearable because everyone was so talented. You're funny. Yeah, I had trouble with, I had to go live from my phone because they had told me ahead of time that the Mevos just weren't going to work. So look at these Real Touch tulips. These are in our shop. I swear they feel they feel like real tulips. They have almost like a damp feel to them. I don't know. They're just really pretty. Pretty. Yeah, I was a little disappointed in my debut performance on a live marathon because I was I was nervous, and then my phone kept slipping, and then so I want some tulips right behind his ears, her ears. Gosh dang it. And tulips have these really thick stems. So I'm going to get my awl so I can, I don't want to put a lot of extra pressure on this little chair. So I'm going to go ahead and make my pilot holes here, I call them. Yeah, so I don't know. Everybody was so nice and kind. They all said that, I did great. But I think it threw me off that I had to use my phone, and I wasn't happy with the view everybody had. But I'm going to give this first tulip a dip. Swirl it around. And go in with this leaf kind of toward the back. That one's going right behind her ears. Ah, cute. So I'm going to put 3 tulips right back here. Like she just leaned up against some sweet pink tulips. Yeah, we miss Grammy, don't we, Anna? Oh, thank you, Shelly. Thank you for being there. Seeing your name calmed me down. Um, I think I had like imposter syndrome creeping into my head. Like earlier in the day, I was watching everybody create, and then I realized that it was actually making me crazy nervous. So I did like a load of laundry, and mom texted me and she was like, "Are you watching this?" And I was like, "I absolutely am not." So I gave this one a bend because you know how sometimes you see a little clustered tulips, one's reaching high for the sun, one's kind of a lazy tulip. Because you don't want just so exact. So I'm going to make this one in the middle a little bit shorter. Well, let's see. Let's do it about. And I'm really giving those an angled cut so that it'll go into the foam. Well, thank you, everybody. You're so kind. I messaged Cindy, the owner of the page, and I said, you know, thank you so much for inviting me to participate. And, you know, I told her, I said, I'm a little disappointed in myself, but that was my first time, you know, being involved in a live marathon. And she said, "Oh, I think you did great." She said, "I was a mess my first few times going live. And it's just a really positive group." Thank you, Anna. Hi, Marty. Sue's checking in. This little rabbit came from the at-home store, and you're not going to believe this, but he was sitting by the checkout. She was sitting by the checkout. She's pink. I think I say he because I have a boy dog, so I'm always talking about my dog. But she was sitting by the checkout. Somebody put her down because they didn't want her, and I was like, "Oh no, she can come with me." So I've got 3 tulips left that I'm going to set aside. Isn't it cute, Marty? How are you doing? I've been thinking about you, and now I'm coming over to my mess of greenery I have over here. This, I think, is the one I wanted to use. So those tulips are in our shop, and I can't get over how soft the pink and how real they look and feel. Oh, I threw the tag away. I've been doing so good. I'm not supposed to throw tags away so I can take them out of inventory. So I like this one that we've got in the shop because it's kind of a soft green. Rosario, you want to hear something funny? The first time that I ever went live ever on Facebook, I thought that I was going to pass out. I was about to hit the live button, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, what if I'm there by myself? Worse, what if there's a whole bunch of people there with me and I don't know what to do?" So then it occurred to me after the fact that, I'm like, hey, wait a minute. I shouldn't have to do this by myself. And started making Grammy come over. This one's extra long, so I'm just going to find a spot on this stem that I can trim it and turn it into 2 pieces. Yeah, I'm hoping, well, she sounded to me like she's getting out of the house tomorrow, no matter what. So I bet you anything, she's gonna put on her mask and come get me, and we'll go get her glasses. I gotta get this one glued in. And with this one, I went right behind the bunny and about the same height as the tulips. But I've been wanting to go to Michael's for fun, cute things like this. These little chairs. I wouldn't mind going into At Home. That place is so blasted big, though. And Mom might be kind of weak from being sick for so many days. So I'm giving that a bend so it's not just super straight up and down. Things in nature aren't perfectly straight. I'm coming right behind her arm and I'm gonna put a little glue right in front of the tulips and behind her arm. And I like for my elements to touch. I don't like things to look or seem like they're just stuck in there independently. If that makes sense. They need to flow together. Yes, Anna. I hope that you can get back to crafting soon. Teresa's working on continuing education. Ugh, that's boring. Oh, you did tulips and bouquets for a friend's wedding. That sounds pretty. Well, unfortunately, we waited too long for her to call the doctor. She's probably starting to come out of it a little bit already on her own, but since I think it's a sinus infection, I wanted her to get on an antibiotic. So let's see, I'll use this one. Oh, this one's missing a piece. So I'm going to steal a piece off of another one, put it on there. Aha. I just don't want to get sick. I've been having so much fun with these lives, and Mom and I have been working on some computer stuff that she can help me with. And, well, frankly, I just don't have time. It looks so bare right there. I don't know why that looks so. I wonder if it's missing other leaves. No, it's okay because there's more stuff we're putting in anyway. Oh, that's why it's missing another leaf. Unacceptable. So we're stealing another one. Sometimes when I have some of these greeneries, I end up with a stem that just ends up donating pieces to another. Just make sure you get all the glue off so it doesn't look like you had to fix it. So I'm coming in right behind the bunny butt, and I'm going in at an angle. So we're greening that up behind her really nice. I'm here. I'm peeking through this giant stack of stuff that I brought up. I was thinking, I saw somebody say baby's breath. I was thinking about using some of these mini cherry blossoms that we have that have this nice, barely off-white. Oh, I forgot to tell you who won for sharing the other day. I'm off by a day since the internet tried to ruin my life yesterday. So Dorothy Collins wins for blessing our live the other day. And that'll be the first time that she got her name pulled. So that's fun. I think I'm going to take this little piece that we have left here, and I'm going to come up front just to start getting some green up front. Right by her leg. So congratulations, Dorothy. When I picked out these tulips, I was actually at Vegas Market with Mom, and these adorable pink berries and ferns, it's a bundle. I just loved those with the tulips. So we grabbed those to have in the shop with those tulips. They look so cute together. So just to recap, we're doing an attendance prize every day at the end of the live, and we're using random comment picker. So the more you comment, the more you participate, the more times it has to put your name into it, the drawing. And then if you bless, sprinkle, share, they haven't kicked me off yet for saying the word share, so I'm just gonna live dangerously. Then you get put in a drawing for tomorrow for a prize. Don't forget that over on our, well, you're actually on our Facebook page right now if you're watching. Don't forget that you need to sign up for the King Sumo contest. There's all different kinds of things you can do. You can like and follow. You can go over to YouTube and subscribe. You can watch the YouTube video, but it'll get you extra entries. And the grand prize that we're going to draw the name from King Sumo at the end of the month is worth $200 worth of craft supplies. Look at those berries. Bah! So cute. Right here. So cute, cute. You know what, Anna? That's a good question. I actually noticed the other day I was not able to share something to my personal page. It was only letting me select from groups. I'm not sure. I'm really struggling with some of these Facebook changes. I will be perfectly honest. So I'm just kind of moving the little fern and the berries around so that you can see all the good parts. That one looks a little wonky. I'm so picky. This is what takes forever when I do go to market. Because I want to, know how the greenery and the florals and everything. I want to know how they move around, if they're wired all the way. And Lord help Mom if she says she's about to buy something somewhere, because I totally have to inspect it for her. Don't get that long. I'm going to trim it just a little bit more. Aren't they? They're so sweet with those tulips. So I'm coming in just behind the fluffy bunny butt. And it went a little shorter with this one, so it would kind of taper down. And I can see over here we need some pink. It takes me forever anywhere. Like, we were at Home Goods one day and I had found this basket. Well, it was a couple different colors, and one of them looked like it had just, been manhandled a little bit. So I had to inspect every single basket in every color before I made my decision. To be honest, I'm surprised she wants me to go with her. Just kidding. Go a little shorter with that one too. I even read a little bit yesterday. I used my phone quite a bit. I just to check in on Facebook, and I watched a couple videos on lighting. Debbie had sent me a good tutorial. But I do try to always be on my Wi-Fi if possible. And since that wasn't working, I was like, well, I'll read a little bit of this detective novel. It's actually about an FBI agent. So that was nice. I can't remember the last time I read. I always loved reading. My grandma and I read all the time. We read every night together. So we've got our tulips. We've got our berries in threes. Now, I got 3 more of these I'm going to set aside. could even do another little arrangement with those there's a greenery I thought I brought up with me, but I guess I didn't. Okay. So I'm just gonna see if I love adding a pop of white. So I'm gonna take these mini cherry blossoms, turn these apart, and just see what we think of adding a little bit of white. Dun, dun, dun. I'm just twisting the flowers around. Yeah, I can't get over how real these feel. I mean, they are like they almost feel damp, like a dewy tulip outside growing in your yard. It's crazy. So I'm going to put a couple in and we can decide. I love it, but I do like a pop of white. I don't know. I think it brightens up a whole arrangement. So I'm going to put that one in, and then behind her ear, we went taller. So giving these two, and these tulips are wired all the way, so you can give them a bend, make them look more natural. So don't forget, if you spread the love today, you get entered for a prize tomorrow. Let's see. I'm going to face it toward me. That's cute, but that one's a little too tall. So let's just shorten him a smidge. I think that'll work. Go in. Do any of you watch The Last of Us on HBO? We're all into it because of Landon. It was a video game that he played. So we have our tall piece behind the tulips, a little bit shorter right here. Yeah, I do too. I still need to glue those, but I'm going to go over here and get one more shorter piece. My only complaint with these cherry blossom stems is that they went a little bit too low on the stem with the flowers. So sometimes I pull off a flower and I just place it where I want it. I guess actually if you were doing a really tall piece, like, you know, a tall vase or something like that, it would be gorgeous in that. But since I'm piecing it apart, I want some white up here, but that's too long. So we are going to lose a flower, but nothing goes to waste around here. So I actually came right in front of her with the greenery, and I'm going to give that cherry blossom a little bit of a bend. So we got just a tiniest bit of white right by her little feet, a tall one back here, and then one a little bit shorter. So you see I'm doing all these in threes. When Teresa was here last week, she was saying that she struggles with centerpieces and smaller pieces. Like, I wouldn't call this a centerpiece so much as like a little accent piece to put like maybe on your buffet or side table. Put it, in between a couple, like if you have wood decorations, something that says Happy Easter, Happy Spring, this would look cute in between that. And but I don't know if I explained it very well, but the rule of three is something Mom has pressed upon me since I was really young. Like, we would be shopping and I would show her, like, oh, this Christmas ornament's really cool. And she said, how many are there? I said, well, there's 2. She's like, no, I need 3. There's a balance to having a triangle shape, and really, honestly, you can grow your skills from that. Follow a couple simple rules. You can call them rules if you want, but guidelines that florists follow, and then start developing your own style from there. But if you go in a triangle pattern with threes, you really can't lose, because you're not going to lose that balance. Oh, that would be so cute. Okay, so I'm looking here. I like where we have the pink. I like it. Jack, it's not been a full hour yet, buddy. You can't start yelling at me. I'm going to bring this tulip forward more. I like where those pinks are. So I'm looking here. Pretty happy with that. So I think the last thing I'm going to do, I have this berry pick. It's got real soft pink berries. These berries aren't my favorite. They're not my favorite because sometimes these things go bonkers and they just start falling apart. But they're a light pink, and I'm a sucker for pink. But this is also a mixed foliage, which I'm also a sucker for. So pulled it apart in the main pieces. Now I'm just looking to see what pieces of greenery I'm wanting. Mom, I forgot to tell you, I think I know why Jack has been acting so strange. I had just cleaned his ears the other day and they looked great. He started scratching his right ear this morning, and I looked and it's infected. So my buddy's got an ear infection. I know this seems to take me a long time, but I really make an effort to get all of my leaves facing forward, give each piece a bend, so it looks realistic. So I'm going to give this section a trim. Trim, trim, trim. And I think we're going to go right back here. Now it's starting to fill in, looking really cute from the sides too. Work some of your greenery in and around. You don't want it to just look like it just landed there. Like, you want all your pieces to look like it was meant to be. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. It's called OCD, and I am not making fun. I take it very seriously, but I get it from my dad, and I try sometimes to be more, be less rigid about things. I'll tell you honestly, years ago, I probably wouldn't have been able to handle my husband being so messy or my house not being perfect, but I'm learning to not sweat the small stuff. But some of myself I see in my dad. He was an engineer, and running an oil refinery is no joke. I mean, there's a lot of people's lives and safety and large budgets. So I get it. He had to be meticulous. And I guess as a pharmacist, I was the same way. But I think that also might be why I struggle with thinking I'm good enough in my crafting. Because when you are super meticulous, you're very critical of yourself. Oh, that is what that needed. Awesome. Yeah, Shelly, I have an ear wash, and I do Jack's ears once a month, and then I have these ear wipes they gave me, and I use those once a week. But sometimes I look outside and he is just scraping his head along the ground, just scratching his head, getting all kinds of, stinky smells on him. So I'm just wondering if he didn't, get some dirt in that ear canal or something, because when he does get an ear infection, it comes out of nowhere, and then he doesn't feel good really fast. Pulling this eucalyptus forward because he's too cute to be in the back. You're too cute to be hiding in the back. Oh, you know what? You're right. It might be time for his allergy shot. I keep forgetting because it's so blasted cold outside. I keep forgetting that it's almost spring. I couldn't believe it though when I opened the door this morning to let him out. I was like, well, this can't be right. And then I looked at my phone and it said 22 degrees. I'm like, this is nonsense. 22 degrees. I'm trying to think think if there was anything else I needed to tell you guys. Oh, so Grammy, we did a little computer tutorial the other day, and she learned how to mark down items in Etsy. So yesterday, while I was offline, she was in our shop marking some stuff down. So you guys probably need to go over there and see if you can score some deals, because at first she was calling to ask me like, hey, this D Stevens, we still have a few of these and blah, blah, blah. And then she quit calling. So I'm like, well, she's gone rogue. Now, see how that mixed foliage just adds that wispiness and also that real, like realistic look to your florals and your greenery. I mean, you can stick flowers and greenery in together and it'll probably look cute, but you add some strategic pieces and you got a winner. This last piece looks like I could actually put in 2 pieces. So I'm going to do that because I need 2 more sections. Are we talking about dogs? Oh, thank you guys. You're so sweet. Yeah, thank you for the reminder. I bet you anything he's due for his allergy shot. He does pretty good with honestly just 1 shot in the spring. Yeah, that's so funny, Shelly. When we had our Old English sheepdog, and I do it to Jack sometimes too, I just, I pull his ears up just to get him some air, you know, get some air under there. I'm going right behind her tushy, and I'm probably going to have to pay attention because I'm running out of real estate on the foam back here. So I'm going to turn it my way so I can make sure I don't get glue on her tail. That pushed in. Give those a bend, pull those forward, get that pink berry showing. I'm going to pull this piece behind to kind of push that forward. Give this one a bend. 1 more section. Scott makes fun of me because I'll pull Jack's ears back and then I'll hold him straight up like Batman, and I'll go, I'm Bat Dog. I'm Bat Dog. And Scott's just like, oh my God, you're such a dork. I am, but that's okay. So these last few pieces are all separate. So I'm going to take one of these wires that's easier to manipulate. I'm going to wrap this wire around all of these to keep them together. And then I'll trim these wires at the same length so I can get them in the glue. Right there. I can definitely tell that Scott doesn't feel good because he's been really quiet this morning. Because for one thing, he never misses work and he stayed home from work. And for another, he literally can't not talk. He is a talker. So the fact that he's like really quiet and asleep on the couch is telling me he feels pretty rough. Actually, these berries weren't too bad. I thought those were really going to be the kind that just like dropped everywhere, but we didn't lose too many. Gonna pull that eucalyptus forward. Oh, thanks, Shelly. You guys are so sweet. They're the sweetest. So now I'm looking at her. Might just be one more thing. Aren't those berries and tulips too cute? Love them. We need a little pink right here. Yeah, that's where we need just a smidge of pink, but I think I've run out of space on this piece of foam back here behind her. Let me see if I can. All right, I think I can get this one in. Somehow I got glue all over my thumb. Sometimes when things are starting to get snug, you got to start moving some things. That's okay. Just make sure you go back and you refluff, and that all the pretties have their own space. How did I do that? Shelly, that's a Sure Bonder. I think it's the mini glue pot, and it's from Amazon. I'll put the link on our page after I get off of here. And I don't know if Carol's on, but I did post the link for this Lazy Susan on our page. Turns out I did get it from Amazon. So I'll post the link on our page. Let's see. Yeah, that little spot there needed some pink, so we did that. The back looks nice. It's not too messy. I mean, this is definitely gonna face forward because the sweet bunny, and so we've got all of our greeneries, but honestly, it's not too much of a mess back here. It's pretty nice and neat. I'll put some floral moss in there. Just bend a couple of these forward. Make sure everybody gets some space to shine. Pull some greenery around her ears. So she just looks like she hopped into a little bed of tulips and greenery and flowers. So I'll probably use, I won't make you guys sit through it because it's so boring, but I'll probably use this. I guess they call this one the chartreuse. No, that's not chartreuse. Well, this is like a real green grass. I don't know. To me, this looks more like the grass you put in an Easter basket, I guess. So I'll probably use that color to go around the edge. Oh, her little tail. I actually left her grosgrain bow around her neck. Most of the time, I rip that stuff off because, you know, it might be like super chintzy. But that's a nice little grosgrain bow. So I left that on her. So how was the lighting and the camera angle? Was that, I know we've been struggling to get you a good view on centerpieces because I tried the bird's eye view, like more overhead. That was no good because you guys can only see the very top of what I was doing. I put it way out in front of me. That wasn't bad. I think she's cute. Oh, I think she's a cutie. So I'll ball up some of that moss and use floral pins to go right under her, and then around the back. And then I usually, my last thing, I'll make sure I don't have any glue strings or anything sharp. But so that'll be nice and neat. I'll make sure I don't have any big hunks of glue, put some moss, and maybe even poke some of the moss out from between. Oh, thank you. I think she's sweet. You're just a sweet little bunny. Yeah, that chair is cute, Anna. And guess what? There's a possibility that I bought it in 2 other colors. I'm just saying. It's possible. If Mom and I do get out of the house tomorrow, I might have to have her guard my debit card because I haven't been anywhere shopping in so long. I might go bonkers, guys. Get comments. Let's see how chatty you guys were today. 155. Not bad. Pretty chatty. Pretty chatty group. I'm going to hit the start button and I see everybody's names. Sue Schwab, I don't think you've won yet. Sue, yay. Congratulations. So, winners, email me your address at info@grammyscraftboutique.com. And the next group of prizes, I'll try to get out in the next day or two. Wonder if has anybody received any of their prizes yet? Because I mailed them priority. I don't know if there's been any weather conditions that have affected Sue Schwab. Sue, okay. yes, I'm so fancy and tech savvy. I have a notebook. But you know what? Some things you just don't want to mess with. I still like writing in a notebook. I still like having a paper calendar hanging up in the kitchen. Um, Plus, ever since the latest update, I can't really figure out my calendar app very well. So I should probably save that one. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good one. So anyway, oh, the bunny's behind me. Guess what? Hi, Tom. So what happened was when Cindy, that has Holidays Designer Circle, announced that she wanted to do a live marathon on her page. She asked if I was interested, and I messaged her back and I said I am, but my flocked bunnies didn't come from Walmart. And she said, well, the only rule is we want to do something that's really fun but consistent, like a theme. She said everybody has to use at least one of the 16-inch flocked bunnies from Walmart. Well, that day it was pouring outside, so I got online and it basically said like the Walmart near me didn't have any, the Walmart a few miles up didn't have any. It said order now, limited quantities. So I clicked on each color that they had available and sent the order really fast. So I got them from walmart.com because I didn't want to go out in the rain that day, but I wanted to participate. The littler guys, these I ordered through Walmart, but they came in an Oriental Trading box. Mom and I used to get stuff from Oriental Trading sometimes, like little things to put in Halloween bags for kids and stuff. But all of these have broken ears. Which, I mean, nothing glue can't fix. But, yeah, so, yeah, sometimes you just have to write in a notebook, right? I agree. So, okay. Don't forget, if you bless our page, you get entered into the drawing for tomorrow, and we appreciate it. You guys are really helping us reach more people, get more like-minded people in our group. We have, I think, a really kind, talented, and drama-free group of people. So I love that. And I just really happy that you guys join me every day. Hopefully Grammy will be back tomorrow all full of antibiotics. So yeah, that's true, Shelly. I was just surprised that, I mean, I ordered it from Walmart's website, but I guess they have partnerships with different vendors, because it definitely came from Oriental Trading Company. And I was like, that's weird. I haven't ordered from them in years. And it was a set of 3, pink, blue, and lime green of the little bit smaller ones. So yeah. Anyway, okay. I guess I better go check on my husband. He's not a good sick person. And I'm sure there's plenty of things that I need to be doing. So, oh, that was your first one since 2019. COVID? Yeah. Yeah, that shut down the craft shows, didn't it? Okay, guys, I could just talk all day, so I better go so I can get some stuff done. But thanks for being here, and I will definitely see you tomorrow. Bye. Thanks. I know, Jack. Almost done, buddy. Good jobs. Good jobs.